Using a z-score. If you haven't already done so, it might be useful to visit the videos on average, standard deviation, and normal distribution curve. Let's take a theoretical example of working with the Department of Medicine and the Quality Improvement Department to identify those physicians in the Department of Medicine that have higher 30-day readmission rates for pneumonia than their peers. In our example, we'll have 100 physicians whose readmission rates fall between 14% and 22%, with the average being 17.5. We want to identify those that are in the top 5%. Along with the average, you're also going to need to calculate the standard deviation for the entire population. And in this case, our standard deviation is 1.40. The next step is to find the z-score for the 5th percentile. You could go to your statistics book, and in the back there's probably a z-table, but I think it's easier just to go to easycalculation.com and have it calculated for you. For this particular study, we're only interested in those physicians with higher average readmission rates than their peers, so we'll select the right tail. And we want those in the top 5th percentile, so we'll take 5, then hit calculate, and there we have it. Our z-score is 1.64. To calculate the z-score per MD, you take the individual MD average and you subtract it from the group MD average, then you divide that by the group standard deviation. If we have an MD with a 21% readmission rate, then we would subtract 21 minus 17.5, which is our group MD average. We would divide that by our group standard deviation of 1.40, and that'll give us a z-score of 2.5, which is higher than 1.64. So in this case, this MD would be in our investigation. To finish up, we'll make the calculation in Excel. So here we have our 100 physicians. We'll find the average. Physicians run from cell C4 to C103. Then we'll find the standard deviation for those same cells. Next step is to take the individual averages per physician, and we subtract that by the average for the entire Department of Medicine. And we're putting dollar signs in front of the C and the 2 because we're going to copy paste the cell in a moment, and we want it to always be pointing back to that cell. And we'll do the same thing by dividing it by the standard deviation, and we'll make that an absolute cell also. Copy and paste that formula into the 100 other cells. And there we have our z-scores for each of the physicians in the Department of Medicine. Now we'll select all the columns, go up to filter, and we could either select all of those numbers over 1.64, or it might be easier just to create a formula that says it fits greater than 1.64. So we'll type in 1.64. and we'll get the rows returned for all of those physicians we may want to investigate that have a z-score over 1.64. For more information, visit hospitalanalytics.org.